Hi, and welcome to Marchborns. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to set up and use your pricing calculator step by step. I'm working in Google Sheets, but the Excel version works exactly the same. This template is also available in dark mode. Let's check out the dark mode template. Some cells in this spreadsheet are protected. This is to prevent mistakes with important formulas. If you see a message when typing, don't worry. Just click Cancel and enter your data in the right place. So the Setup tab is the first tab in the spreadsheet. Step 1 is simply to enter your currency symbol. So I am in dollars, so I simply enter the dollar sign. If you are in another country, use your enter your currency symbol here. Quick tip, press Ctrl+ to open the emoji pop-up on your computer and go to currency symbol and select currency symbol from here. Step 2, add your tax percentage. If you have multiple taxes, just add them together. So in my case, it's 10%. Step 3. List the units you use for your materials. These units will be used in the drop-down menus in the rest of the spreadsheet. You'll be able to add more later if needed. I have already entered some examples such as kilograms, grams, liters, boxes, or pieces. I have already listed some of the examples here related to bakery business, but you can use this for any business, handmade, jewelry, etc. Let me add one example to show you. So, let's say I buy some materials in boxes. I will write box. Step 4. List the material categories here. As you can see here, I have already listed some examples are dry goods, dairy, flavoring, confectionery, nuts, and seeds. You can add your materials categories here. Feel free to edit above sections as per your business. Next step that we will be looking at is the material list and inventory. You will be able to see all the materials you need to run your business, and you will also be able to track your inventory. So, the first thing to do is to list all your material with their SKU. You can also check out our SKU generator template will be helpful in generating automated SKUs. I already listed a few materials as an example, but I will add one more to show you. Let's scroll down and let's say I want to add a hazelnuts. So I will simply write it hazelnuts. Here we go. Then selecting the category nuts and seeds. Then you can easily set the price of each unit by adding the last price you paid, the number of units that you got, and the unit type. The unit price will be calculated automatically in this column. Remember, when you see a gray column, it means that there's a formula behind it and you should not write any information in it. So for hazelnut, I bought it for $200 and I have got 20 pounds. They came in 2 boxes and as you can see, the spreadsheet calculated the unit price, which is $10. Do not forget to add SKU number. In here, this example SKU is HC0012. Here we go, perfect. For the remaining cells, they are for the inventory information. So, for example, let's say you count your inventory each month. Simply enter your data here and don't forget to write the date. So in this case, let's say I had 0 inventory for hazelnut and I have received the order of 20 pounds, so I am writing here 20 and this is today. Perfect. And let's say that I want to have a minimum inventory of 5. Good. We also included a small space for notes. Let's take another example. Let's say that you see here I have one material that is out of stock, which is the yeast. I just counted my inventory and I have no stock anymore. That's why it's out of stock and I purchased a few packets of yeasts. I can change my inventory and add it here and you will see the status will change automatically. So let's say I bought 10 packets. So I'll just add it here, and as you can see, the status changes automatically. Do not forget to add dates, that way you can keep track when you last checked the inventory. If we scroll up, finally, as you can see at the top of the tab, you have your total inventory value here. Besides it, out of stock number and percentage of total inventory, reorder stock status and today's date. And below its chart showing no of inventory by status, and besides its percentage breakdown of inventory by status. So how many materials do you have in stock, in reorder soon, time to reorder, or out of stock? Next chart is category breakdown of inventory, and besides it, no of stocks in each category. The next tab that we will have a look is the Pricing Calculator tab. This tab will help you get a clear vision of your product cost breakdown. Simply enter your product name, image, SKU, and add the number of items you created with each batch. So for example, I have a product called chocolate cupcake. So let's just add that chocolate cupcake and image of it here. To add image in cell, go to Insert menu and select Image in Cell and Upload Image. Remember to add image in cell only. Otherwise, price list image will not update. This feature is only available in Google Sheets and not Excel. Excel need to add image manually in price list if you are not Microsoft 365 user. But if you are Microsoft user, you will get option to add image in cell and will work exactly same as Google Sheets. Now let me add how many products I will create with this pricing. For example, I will make 50 cupcakes from this. If you're selling a finished product like a ring, for example, you can simply add one here. Then decide how many items are included in each sellable item. For this example, I will sell one cupcake individually. You can also say you will sell pack of 5 cupcakes with this order, so write here 5. I will write here 1 for now. For product item, ring sellable item is also 1. Then you will get to know how many final sellable products can be made from one batch. This is automatically calculated by dividing product made from batch and sellable item. Then you can define your strategy to set up your price. Then fill in the table right below to calculate the final price depending on the strategy that you chose. So we have 5 strategies based on your ideal final price. Ideal initial net price is the price after all your product cost and your profit. Then the net price is the price minus the discount. And your final net price is the price after your discount and after the taxes. So now that all my table is filling with my information, I can start filling my costs. So first you can add your material cost by using the drop-down menu. I have already added some materials here. So let's make an example here. To make cupcake, I will need cocoa powder. So as you can see, the drop-down menu is sorted alphabetically, so it's easier to search. Then I will add the quantity. So let's say I need 0.5 kilograms. And again, as you can see, all the gray columns are automated, so you don't need to enter any information. The unit cost and total cost is calculated automatically. So once you entered all the information about your raw material cost, you can now enter all your information about your labor cost. Be careful to write the right information here and be honest with yourself. So I have already mentioned some examples. Let's see them. Mixing batter, I will require 20 minutes and hourly rate of employee is $20 for baking process require 45 minutes and hourly rate of employee is $20. Perfect. The unit price is calculated. So this information is filled in. If we go to the right, then you can add your equipment cost if you use some equipment. If you are selling candles, soap, or even jewelry, you need to take the amortization of your equipment into account to have a sustainable pricing. So let's make a few examples. First example is oven amortization of 500 times. So I am using the same oven about 500 times before it breaks. And then baking trays, I am using 200 times. So my unit cost for the oven was 8 cents and for the baking trays, let's say it was 0.02. Perfect. So as you can see, it's going to calculate the total cost per unit. So basically how much it costs to create a unit based on the amortization. Then finally, you can add all your other costs like marketing or shipping. So let's see a few examples again. Marketing cost of $15 for one-time cost, so unit cost will come 0.30 per product. As you can see, on the right-hand side of each table, you have a possibility to tick a checkbox. Tick it if this item is only for one unit, whereas this is for the whole batch. We leave it untick. So for example, here in my raw material cost, I have all-purpose flour will make 50 cupcake, so no need to tick it. However, in each of my cake, I need to input 1 small cherries. So I will tick this checkbox. Good. If you need more rows, you simply need to scroll down, and you will see the little plus here. Click on it. And this is the only time that you will see this message, and you can click on OK. And as you can see, it's going to open up and you have extra rows to enter more raw materials or other types of costs. Once all your information is typed in, you will see a complete breakdown of your price. In this example, as you can see, we entered a profit margin of 45% and a discount of 5%. So you should sell your cupcake for $12.12. I agree that this example is a bit extreme. However, this is just an example. You will also have comprehensive charts to summarize all your information. So you have a graph with your breakdown. You also have a table with all your cost distribution as well as a cost breakdown. Also cost breakdown recipe-wise and product-wise here. Moreover, if you scroll down to the bottom of the tab, you will have 4 extra small questions to help you think about your price and see if you need to change it a bit depending on your goals. So the next tab is the price list. This tab allows you to save all the prices you created before. So in this yellow table, this is simply a summary of the previous page. As you can see, it's exactly the same data. Image of product cupcake, SKU the product cost, and our final pricing. So to save your result, copy the data and paste them into the next empty row by using the feature value only. So let's take an example. I simply select my information. You can right-click, click on Copy, or simply Control-C. The next empty row is this one here. So I simply right-click and paste special and value only. Good. So as you can see, everything here will be filled, and you will only have to add the quantity sold with this configuration of price, and a total profit will be automatically updated. So let's say that I sold 5 units of this specific cupcake. I simply have to enter 5 here. And as you can see, the total profit just was calculated automatically. On the total rights, we left a room for notes. You could take notes of your sales campaign or marketing campaign and see which price is the best. And on the top, you have a graph with the top 3 most profitable products. I hope this tutorial helps you easily set up your spreadsheet. Don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions or concern. Follow Marchborns on Etsy or YouTube for sneak peeks on new templates. Thank you.